You're listening to the Quint's podcast.
Massive roadshows, sloganeering and defections. West Bengal's politics is getting more and more competitive by the day, just ahead of its upcoming state elections. In yet another concern for the TMC, another heavyweight, former West Bengal Forest Minister Rajib Banerjee exited from the party on 22nd January. He is the third minister to resign from the state in just the last 1 month. Although he did not cite any specific reason behind his actions, he told reporters that he was hurt when he learned that he had lost his portfolio as Minister of Irrigation and was instead appointed as Minister of Forests. While the TMC is witnessing a massive exodus from the party just months before the election, the BJP is hoping to turn it into an opportunity for them to make gains in the state. Although the BJP says it will wipe out the TMC in 2021, there are several internal issues that the BJP still needs to iron out first. Mainly the big question, who will be their CM face? While the top brass has shied away from naming their CM candidate, insisting that their decision will only be announced after they bag the majority, who are the current prospects for CM? And why is the party unwilling to take chances with announcing a CM candidate yet? For today's episode, we spoke to Aditya Menon, political editor at the Quint, and Ishadita Lahiri, Quint's senior correspondent in West Bengal. You're tuned in to The Big Story, the podcast where we dissect the headline making news for you, and I'm your host, Himmat. At a time when resignations are pouring in non-stop from TMC, Mamata Banerjee announced that she will be contesting from Nandigram. That the TMC is worried about the ongoing exodus or that the party is looking for a checkmate move against the BJP is apparent, especially as CM Banerjee decided to go back to her home turf to garner support. Is she hoping to revive memories of what brought her to power in 2011? Or is she trying to give former TMC heavyweight and current BJP member Suvendu Adhikari a befitting response? While the BJP says this decision indicates TMC's fear of losing Hindu votes, Mamata Banerjee justified her decision saying this: "I've always wanted to start my campaign for the assembly polls from Nandigram. It is a lucky place for me, so this time I feel that I should contest the assembly polls from here. I would request our state party president Subrata Bakshi to approve my name from this seat." And what could be a matter of concern for the BJP is Banerjee's popularity. According to a ABP-C voter survey, with 53% approval rating, the incumbent chief minister is the driving force for TMC. The survey also says that the TMC has chances of coming back to power but with reduced seats. Aditya Menon, the Quint's political editor, explains more on the assessment of the election based on the ABP-C voter survey.
So we can base our assessment on the only major opinion poll that has been released for West Bengal, which is the ABP-C voter opinion poll. According to that, the Trinamool Congress is at the moment likely to get around 43% of the votes, while the BJP is at around 37.5%. So this is a reasonably substantial gap. According to the survey, this could mean that the Trinamool Congress gets around 158 seats and the BJP gets 102. So, I mean, this means that the TMC has gained a bit of ground compared to the Lok Sabha elections, and the BJP hasn't quite managed to close the gap with the TMC. In the Lok Sabha polls, the vote share of the two parties was barely 1 or 2% from each other. So when the BJP was quite close to where the TMC got in terms of vote share. So as of now, this is what the situation in West Bengal is.
While Mamata's announcement is certainly a jolt to the BJP, the problem the party is facing in the election is that it does not have a face to take her on. Early on 25th December, as Sujata Mondal Khan, a former BJP worker, quit the party to join the TMC, she had suggested that there are too many people in the waiting list for the CM and Deputy CM's post. She had told reporters, and I'm quoting her, "They have 6 names standing in the pipeline for the CM post and 13 are in the waiting list for the Deputy CM seat. When I was in the BJP and people would ask who is your face for CM, I had to say Modi." Now the BJP has declared that they will be contesting in the elections without a chief ministerial candidate and will elect one after securing a majority. The question does arise who the party will elect if they do come to power. The Quint's Kolkata correspondent Ishadita talks about the potential candidates for the seat.
The BJP in West Bengal has openly declared that they will be fighting the 2021 elections under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, almost for all practical purposes declaring that they will not be putting forward a chief ministerial candidate. However, given the fact that their competition is with the Trinamool Congress, which has Mamata Banerjee as their main face all throughout the election. The questions have risen as to who can the BJP possibly make as chief minister if it does come to power. Now, the first person whose name has come up is, of course, BJP State President Dilip Ghosh. Now, Dilip Ghosh is an RSS man. He has come up from the rank and file of the RSS, and that is considered to be a very important quality to be a BJP chief minister, as we have seen in other states. He also has a lot of sway amongst the party cadre. He's one of the most popular faces of the BJP in West Bengal. And he also has a sort of street fighter image which might work for the BJP if they want to take on Mamata. Though, of course, there's really no question on whether, in terms of popularity, Dilip Ghosh can take on Mamata. Most people would agree that Mamata, in terms of charisma, in terms of her way with the people, outshines Dilip Ghosh in every field. Now, the second name that has come up is that of Union Minister Babul Supriyo. Unlike Dilip Ghosh, who has been an MP once, Babul Supriyo has been an MP from Bengal twice, and he's served as minister both terms. In the middle, there were reports, and in fact there still are reports of a possible rift between Dilip Ghosh and Babul Supriyo, and there being a rift within the BJP. This can be playing in the mind of the BJP leadership, because giving an elevated position to one over the other may widen these rifts, and especially making that kind of a declaration before the election will not help their cause. Secondly, with Babul Supriyo, there is an image of Dilip Ghosh that he is not very refined, he doesn't have the Kolkata Bhadralok vibe to him, whereas Babul Supriyo, on the other hand, has that kind of vibe. He's tried to build that kind of image for himself in the party. So he is the second contender that is being talked about from the BJP in the political circles of Kolkata. The third person is former Trinamool honcho Mukul Roy, who joined the BJP from the Trinamool Congress a couple of years ago. Now, again, in between, there were reports that Mukul Roy is unhappy with the BJP leadership, that the traditional RSS BJP people in the Bengal BJP have issues with people like Roy and other people from the Trinamool coming to the party and then getting important positions. But that was put to rest when just a couple of months ago Mukul Roy was given an important position in the national BJP, and now he continues to be a major part of all BJP campaigns, all BJP rallies, road shows that have been happening across the country. But what, of course, is the biggest drawback for Mukul Roy in this chief ministerial race within the BJP is, of course, that he is from the Trinamool. So this can anger many people in the BJP who have been working for years, and of course it will also set a bad precedent for the BJP, that people who are defectors, who are outsiders, who haven't necessarily put in as many years into the party, can be rewarded with such high posts. Now, in terms of the last name, it is kind of what I like to call a bonus wild card. This person has not expressed their interest in contesting elections or even entering politics, but this person's name is going around very strongly as a possible candidate from the BJP, and that is former cricketer Sourav Ganguly. Now, there were reports that Sourav Ganguly has been approached by the BJP. He had a flurry of political visitors when he was hospitalized recently after a mild heart attack. But he has made it unequivocally clear in the past and even now that he does not want to join politics. Of course, as they say, in politics, there is a never say never. So we don't know whether in the next few months leading up to the elections he might change his mind. But if he does come into the foray, it is going to be a very, very interesting scenario in West Bengal, because everybody knows of Sourav Ganguly's popularity in the state. Everybody knows how much sway he has over the people. And many say that if one has to challenge Didi, then Dada is the way to go. So these are the possible names from the BJP that are being floated around as chief ministerial candidates, who finally will sit on that seat in the event, of course, that BJP wins, is something that remains to be seen.
Even though there are several prospective candidates within the BJP, this strategy may backfire. Aditya explains how it stands to potentially harm the party's prospects at winning.
Ideally, the party may have liked someone like cricketer Saurav Ganguly to become its face, because Ganguly has widespread acceptability across Bengal. No one can really make an allegation against him. The recent Sea Voter poll also said that Ganguly is the third most popular face as CM. This is despite the fact that he is not even in politics. So obviously BJP will miss having a prominent face to take on Mamata Banerjee, and which is the main and that is the factor that the TMC seems to be playing on most. I mean, the fact that Mamata Banerjee announced that she will be contesting from Nandigram, which is the bastion of TMC turned BJP leader Shuvendu Adhikari, which it shows that the TMC knows that it's the thing that is going in its favor the most is that Mamata Banerjee's own popularity is intact, and that is the card the TMC is playing across Bengal to sort of overcome the weaknesses that have been created due to these defections to the BJP.
While the strategy of contesting without a CM candidate has worked out in the past with the BJP, like in Bihar, the party has not significantly impacted the TMC yet. What can also potentially twist the outcome for both the parties is entry of other Muslim parties in the election. While Asaduddin Owaisi expressed a desire for AIMIM to contest an election, recently on 21st December, Abbas Siddiqui, a popular cleric of the Furfura Sharif, a shrine in Hooghly district, has launched his party, the Indian Secular Front, claiming that Mamata Banerjee has deceived Bengal's Muslims. While Siddiqui has met Owaisi to discuss the prospect of an alliance, he also said he wants to be the kingmaker. Will this work in favor of the BJP? Will these parties be able to cut TMC's Muslim vote bank? Aditya says that while such a development had worked for the BJP in central elections, when it comes to Bengal, people will vote for Mamata.
I think there's too much media focus on the AIMIM, which is probably not necessary. It hasn't ever contested an election in West Bengal, and its own claim is that it will only try to make its presence felt. So even the party itself is not putting forward very ambitious plans for the state. AMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has already said that they will go by whatever Abbas Siddiqui, the Sajjada Nashi of Furfura Sharif Dargah decides, and Siddiqui has formed a party called the Indian Secular Front. Now which alliance the Indian Secular Front goes with, whether it supports the Left Congress alliance, or it completely associates itself with the AMIM, or it sort of it develops an understanding either with the BJP or the TMC, it remains to be seen. But I think again, this is essentially a battle between TMC and BJP, and the smaller players, as elections get closer, might just get marginalized. This problem that the BJP is facing, that it doesn't really have a face to take on Mamata Banerjee. In the central elections, because it was PM Modi versus question mark, West Bengal voted to a great extent in favor of the BJP, probably much more than what the party itself had anticipated. But in the state election, by the same logic, it is Mamata Banerjee versus question mark. So a lot of those who probably voted for Modi at the central level may vote for Mamata at the state level. This is how it happened in Delhi when we saw BJP people who had just voted for BJP less than a year back, the year before the Delhi elections, came out and voted for Kejriwal in the Delhi elections.
Mamata's announcement to contest elections from Nandigram will certainly boost the morale of the party and will ensure that TMC is dictating the election narrative. The BJP strategy of using PM Modi as a symbol might just trump another state victory. 3 months to the election, and we will only know more as the date comes closer. If you like listening to this episode, please subscribe to The Big Story for episodic updates. We're available on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, JioSaavn, and most of the other popular podcast streaming platforms. For other podcasts, please log on to the Quint website, and for any feedback, please shoot an email to podcast@thequint.com.
Thanks for listening. Log on to the Quint's website and check out our other podcasts.